This is Agent 47. Most people know him from the Hitman games, but hidden inside the Hitman trilogy is a game mode that completely changes how the game plays. A roguelike style system that turns Hitman into something far more intense and unpredictable. It's called Hitman Freelancer. If you already know about it, there's a chapter you can skip ahead to. If not, stick around, because understanding how it works is key to understanding why it's so addictive and such a fun roguelike experience. In this mode, you complete campaigns by taking down criminal syndicates. Each campaign is made up of 4 syndicates, and each one sends you across different locations from the Hitman trilogy to eliminate random targets and escape. Nothing is fixed. Targets change every run, locations change, objectives shift. But that's not the real twist. The real twist is what happens when things go wrong. Unlike the main Hitman games, there are no saves mid-mission. There is no loading back to an earlier point. If you fail, you live with it. And if you die, the consequences hit hard. You lose all the gear you brought with you. You lose half of your in-game money. The remaining missions become more dangerous and alerted. And if you die in one of those alerted missions, the whole campaign fails. Along the way, you can visit suppliers to buy weapons, tools, and equipment using your earnings. Over time, your safe house slowly fills up with items you've earned through successful runs, which means every mission matters. Every mistake matters, every choice you make matters. At the end of each syndicate, you reach a showdown. This acts like a final test before moving forwards, or in other roguelikes, it acts as the boss. Instead of being told your target directly, you have to figure it out yourself by taking photos of suspects and eliminating them one by one using clues and tells. After, you decide who the real target is and take them out without making a mistake. If you fail a showdown, you also fail the campaign. The Hitman series has always been known for the freedom in its missions. Each map is like a large sandbox filled with disguises, systems, and creative ways to complete your objective. There are endless approaches, and that freedom is what made the series stand out. But over time, even great games become familiar. You learn the maps, you learn the routines, you start predicting what will happen before it happens. Then this mode changes everything. The maps stay the same. The systems stay the same. Agent 47 stays the same. But the way you think about the game completely shifts. In the main game, a suppressed pistol is just a tool. In this mode, it's something you could lose. It's a valuable. A lockpick is not just a tool. It's something you invested in, something you worked to keep and get. A rare sniper rifle in your safe house is not just a weapon, it's a record of past success. Everything gains weight. Everything gains value. And that is where the mindset changes. This is not just about stealth anymore. It becomes risk. Every mission asks a simple question. How much are you willing to risk? Do you bring your best equipment and make things easy? Or do you leave it behind and play safe? Do you push for extra rewards? Or do you extract early and protect what you already have? These choices create tension long before any enemy sees you. This is what makes the system so strong. It is often described as roguelike by fans, and that is partly true, but it also pulls heavily from another style of game, extraction games. Games like Arc Raiders, Escape from Tarkov, Dark and Darker, and similar titles all follow the same idea. You go in with resources, you risk them, you try to leave with even more. The entire loop is built around tension. Not just combat tension, but the fear of losing progress. This is exactly what this mode captures. Because when you have nothing to lose, mistakes are just a funny mess up. But when you have something valuable at stake, everything changes. A small mistake becomes dangerous. A missed shot becomes serious. A bad decision can ruin an entire run. And because of that, every successful escape feels meaningful. You are not just finishing a mission. You are protecting what you have built. Human psychology plays a big role here. There's a concept called loss aversion. It describes how losing something feels stronger than gaining something of equal value. If you gain $20, it feels good. If you lose $20, it feels worse than the gain felt good. This mode uses that feeling perfectly. When you lose a rare weapon, it's not just an item disappearing. It's time spent earning it. It is mission survived while carrying it. It's progress you now have to rebuild. That weapon becomes tied to the memory you once had. So losing it feels personal. And that's why the loop is so powerful. You want to go back in. You want to recover. You want to rebuild what you've lost. Not because you have to, but because it feels unfinished. That's when the addiction comes in. Success feels great. Building up your collection feels rewarding. Watching your safe house fill up over time gives a sense of progress that keeps building. But failure hits just as strong. Without that risk, success would not feel nearly as good. The highs exist because the lows exist too. I've played roguelikes and roguelites for years now, and this remains one of the most interesting blends I have ever seen. It mixes stealth gameplay, it mixes roguelike structure, and it mixes extraction-style tension into something that feels completely its own. If you enjoy roguelikes, this is definitely something worth trying. If you're already a Hitman fan, this mode can completely change how you see the game. That being said, I would still recommend playing through the entire Hitman trilogy first. Knowing the maps and systems make this experience much deeper and much more enjoyable. Because once you understand it, this mode stops from being another side activity. It becomes something else entirely. A system about risk and loss, and one of the most addictive gameplay loops hiding inside a very familiar game. If you've enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I am a small creator trying to make high quality content, and it genuinely helps. Thanks for watching, see you next time.